system, beauty, justice, love and goodness. Acquisition of these values will educate and train us to be truly representatives of God and earth, the Khalifa. This is the teaching of the Islam. So they had to follow a noble, ideal teacher. Now from the Bible, in the Hebrew, teachers or priests, as I said, they were in the church, are called fathers. And the relationship between teachers and students are expressed as father and sons. Father and son. So you see the relationship between the father, the teacher and the student. Mother, we have to be mothers. The Bible says father and sons. The Bible teaches us that study ought to be above everything else an act of worship. One of the highest ways by which one can glorify God. Paul makes no description but an act of edification. The school is a sanctuary, not a factory. After the technological era, industrialization, what happened? We are trying to bring out products, very good grades, but we've left out the character part. So it's not a factory. He says it's a sanctuary. A sanctuary is where sacred teachings will go on in the lives of the students. If you look at ancient education, it started in Mesopotamia and then it went on to different parts of the world. But in all these civilizations, you will notice that there were only few wise men, and these few wise men ruled the whole civilization. Because they were completely perfect, they could bring them into a good culture and the nations prospered. But what happened after that? Now this is a history. Archaeological discoveries in India helped historians to confirm that around 350 BC, a long time ago, ancient Indus Valley civilization had reached a relatively high degree of all-round achievements. At that time itself, they had very good culture, they had encultured themselves, they had very good societies, they prospered. Now he says they exhibit the Indus Valley people of the 4th and the 3rd millennia, a highly developed culture in which no vestige of Indo-Aryan influence is to be found. There is no external influence. The temple life, they had a fairly advanced agricultural system, architecture, trade, coinage and jewelry. Then he goes on to say next, they state that though it was described variously, there was a unity in the concept of power, called supreme power among the thinkers all over the world. They state that as man thought deeply on the mysteries of nature, you see, using a skillful combination of metaphysics and philosophy, he concluded that there is a power that unifies and guides the phenomena of nature and man. So it was from there that all the science came out. But without nature and man unifying, you can't understand what divinity is. This is what he's trying to say. Educare has its origin. You all know Swami keeps saying it. But you see the second half, he continues. Education involves the deep understanding of the knowledge that springs from within. Knowledge that springs from within. So that is what we need to pay attention to. How do we get the knowledge from within? In the West, beginning with the Greeks, science and religion have been opposite poles. Later, many scientists and scholars attempted the integration of the two. Einstein, among others, believed science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Now, Millikan says a human well-being and human progress will rest at the bottom of the two pillars. Now, this is a research done on past education. We need now to think about science, what we do now, science of life, as well as religion. Both have to go together. The Gurukula system, if you look, it glorifies the teaching profession in ancient times. It is a related curriculum of the schools. We know that the curriculum now is very difficult to cover, but Educare is a related curriculum. You have to integrate. That is Educare. It's a related curriculum. Now it helps to bring in self-awareness and connectedness to life in this world. Sorry for the spelling. The ancient secrets are yet to be revealed by mankind. Unless education and Educare live together, we won't be able to find out why we are here and what is our goal. We can think, but it's not going to be fast. Man plays his drama of life as an instrument of the divine creator who has his creation in his palm. He should not be confused with the creator as he is the creator himself. We should not look for lesson plans outside. It's high time we try to bring it from within us. Now teacher is a facilitator. Now when does a teacher become a guru? Can anybody say? We are teachers but we are also Balavikas guru. How can we become a guru now? Pardon? She says heart of the teacher to the heart of the child. How do you do it? Any ideas? No? She says it's from your life journey. And what about the student? Oh, you shared with the student. Okay. The teacher becomes a guru, but guru is removing darkness. So when will she or he become a guru? Yes, we have to practice first of all what we preach. Second, we have to remove, unless we remove the negative qualities, we can't. So then only you become a guru. But how will we remove the negative qualities of the child? If the child is stealing, if the child is not practicing what he is supposed to do, how do you remove it? Please share, because we all have to go through this process. The answers are not with me also completely. Anyone would like to say, how do you remove the negative quality? You have a child who is very restless. How do you remove? Talk to the child. Get to know the child. What about we practicing as I have a son. Now I am looking at another child as my own child. Now how do I get to remove the negativity? Yes, there's no choice. You have to treat the child as yours. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, but that is what we need to do. That's the only way. Swami is treating everyone as his. So the teacher becomes a guru only when you start treating the child as yours. You know, in my Balavikas class, I've been taking for I think one year, and I had this little child who was very restless. She used to just jump onto my lap and jump out. But I never scolded her. I continued with the class. Lately, I remember she sat right in front of me and she was looking at this wound. You know, I had burnt myself. And she asked teacher what happened. Now, how much concern do we have for the child? You see, the child looks at the physical problems. Do we look at the physical problems? We straight away goes, chant Om, chant the sloka, finish, come back. I think that's Balavikas. But what about the emotional, physical aspect of the child? So that is what we need to think about. The Guru is the embodiment of love itself, who in his conscious teachings takes the student from a journey of a conscious being to... Can you try giving the answer? From a conscious being. The child is now looking at the whole world with all the five senses, hearing, listening, talking, feeling, touching. That is conscious. But now we need to draw the child from there to what? Pardon? Subtle level. To what level is that? What is Swami's mission? What is educare? Bringing out what? Yes, the divinity from the child. So unless we move him from that conscious state to bringing the divinity, our task is not over. As a guru, a teacher can do what she wants. So we should decide whether we want to become a teacher or a guru. So we have to move ourselves from self to the cosmic self before we can even teach the child or facilitate the child's journey. Now, Dayanand Saraswati says, a teacher does not produce anything. Okay, when we enter